Hello students, in this particular audio session, I will discuss about the abbreviations. Normally, abbreviations are a must in case of note making. So, what are the abbreviations normally been used and what sort of abbreviations normally are there? So, I will discuss about that in this particular audio session. A- Abbreviations. These are used in order to save time and space when you write notes, and abbreviations can be used in the main note making format also. In the main note making format also abbreviations can be used. These are used in order to save time and space when you write notes. Their use makes it easier to read. An abbreviation can be made by using the beginning of words like info. Actually, it means information. See, these are the beginning of the words. Then stat actually means statistics. Maximum, max, maximum. Min, minimum. So these are the beginning of the words. Now, some more examples are there, but those abbreviations using the beginning of words with the last letter, like department, DEPT, department, government, GOVT, then production, PRODN, then omitting vowels. They are also you can do abbreviations by omitting vowels also, like problem, we are omitting the vowel PRBLM. Then word, we are omitting the vowel WRD. School, SCHL, we have omitted the vowel. Then another way abbreviation can be done using the first and the last letter of a word. Like if it is mount, MOUNT, then first and last letter is MT, like that way. Or Mr, MISTER, but what we write? MR, like that. Only taking the first and the last letter of the word and omitting the others. Not only that, sometimes we can use abbreviation by shortening the suffix also at the end of the word. That is also very important. Like production, how we can do it? PRODUCTN. We have shortening the suffix. Distribution, same thing. DISTRIBUTN. Like that. Now, those are abbreviation. Now, symbols. Now, symbols also can be given in case of note making. Symbols are also very important. You may also use some commonly used symbols when you write notes. These symbols save a lot of time and easy to understand. Now, what sort of symbols and how they are applied? Let us come to this. It's very interesting actually. Symbols, meaning, symbol, meaning. See, leads to, caused by. Look at the symbol and look at the direction of the arrows. Increase and decrease. Look at the arrows. Increase, arrow is moving towards the top. Decrease, it is coming down. Greater than, look at the way the symbols has been used. Less than, it is been used. These things you have learned in science also. Equal to, we can give that equal sign. Therefore, we can give that therefore sign. Even ratio sign, percentage sign, those things can also be given. Positive, negative, plus, minus, we can give those things also. At the rate of, normally when we write our email ID, we use this type of symbol. Or rate, percent, we can give that percentage symbol. 100, if there is 100 in the passage, we will write 100. That is, we will write I stop E. Then and, we will write this symbol and. Oblique or like that. Acronyms. Now acronyms are the words consisting of the first letter of each words in the name of something. We can use acronyms also. Now to end up the entire discussion, to sum up, let me explain this part to end this entire discussion, because the abbreviation, summary symbols, the important thing is that the more you will practice regarding the unseen passages, note making passages, at that time the more you will practice, these things will be more clear to you. I can give the way it can be done, but ultimately when you will solve it, at that time it will be clear to you. Then you can understand, you can use your own logic, which sort of symbols or which sort of acronyms or abbreviations you will use. It depends on you how you will do it. For that reason, the note making unsolved passages that I have posted already, maybe almost 3 or 4 weeks earlier, maybe 1 month earlier also. Previous month also I started note making, giving some samples and work assignment to do. Many of you did, but many of you haven't. So if you practice those, these things will be much more clear to you, because I can explain, but you have to do it on your own by solving the unsolved passages of note making. Then only you can understand. And obviously if you solve those unsolved passages that I have already given previously in the note making classes that I had taken earlier, and if you send those things to me, definitely I will check and I will give my feedback. For that reason, the important thing is that no matter how much I explain the abbreviation, the format, the symbols, the acronyms, you have to practice on your own by taking any sort of unsolved passage. Then only you will learn, otherwise not. Now let me come to the last, but I am hopeful you will learn. I am very much hopeful everyone will do it properly. I am very optimistic about it. Now let me come to the last paragraph to sum up it. So let me come to that. While making notes, we do not simply read the passage or listen to speech, but consider various points made by the writer or speaker and draw our own inferences about what is being presented. Simply if you read it once or twice, you may not get the idea, but you have to go deep inside the passage. You have to understand it critically and analytically, what the writer or what the passage is all about. Then only a proper note making you can do. Otherwise it is not possible. The accurate note making can be done only if and only you understand the main theme of the passage. Otherwise it is not possible. Thus note making helps us in understanding the passage in a better way and organizing our thoughts systematically. The important thing is that if we can understand the passage, then simultaneously we can organize our thoughts, and if we can organize our thoughts, then we can reproduce our thoughts in a very systematic way by writing the proper note making in a proper note making format, in a very simple, clear and precise manner, short and precise manner. Understanding is the most important thing. The better you are gonna understand, dear students, the better you can organize. And the better you can organize, then the better you can write the note making systematically. Now one thing to be noted, confusing abbreviations should be avoided. Dear students, don't use any sort of confusing abbreviation. Make it simple. Organize your ideas. Read the passage, understand the theme. And confusing symbols and abbreviations are to be avoided. Confusing abbreviation should be avoided. Abbreviation under may stand for understand, understood and understanding. So these things are to be taken care of. Similarly, in case of industry, if you write INDST, it can mean industry, it can means industrious. Industrious actually means laborious, and it can also means industrial. So these things are to be taken care of. That is the reason I told, the more you will practice, the more you will be perfect in this. So unseen passages are to be done on your own. Examples you can look. I have posted many solved examples also. Then I have given many unsolved assignments also to practice. Now the important thing is that confusing abbreviations should not be given, and most importantly, you have to understand what the passage is talking about. What is the theme of the passage, or what exactly the passage is dealing about. If you can understand the main theme of the passage, what exactly the passage is dealing about, then obviously your note will be perfect, precise, accurate. And remember, one-liner informations are a must. Sometimes words, symbols can be given. It should be short and crispy. Then only it will be perfect. And to make it perfect, short, compact, crispy, you have to understand the main theme of the note making passage. Then only the entire thing will be clear to you. So that ends the discussion on note making. I hope whatever I told to you, at least if you listen to it, you will get some idea regarding note making. And as I already told you that previously I have given many solved note making passages, and then only I have given some unsolved assignments. If you want to submit those unsolved assignments also, you can definitely. I will check and I will provide my feedback. The important thing is that explanation part I have done, but the important thing is that you have to practice on your own, and then only the explanation that I have done, it will be of use to you, otherwise not. So dear students, listen to it, grasp the concept, you will get some idea from whatever I discussed, and then you apply it, and you will find some unsolved as well as solved passages if you scrounge a bit the previous month also, because note making solution or solved samples and unsolved samples I have given previously in my classes, so you can check those things once. Okay students, revise it once, read it once. If you have any sort of confusions, don't hesitate, I will clarify all your doubts. Thank you all. Thank you students.